Welcome to my channel, Hysteria Projects. I hope you're doing well, having a beautiful day. These messages are general, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. The overall energy of this message is dreams, pursuing your dreams with passion and determination. They inspire growth and achievement. I definitely feel like you are working on something that's going to be very big. Very big. You might already know that. Some of you may not. But I feel like you're being guided along this path, whatever this dream is that you're working on, this is part of your path. So you're being given a lot of assistance with this. Okay. So let's hop into it. Freedom. Embrace freedom. All right. So I feel like whatever this is you're working on, it's going to allow you freedom, and I feel like this is going to allow you financial freedom as well as freedom with your time. Okay. Again, this does feel big, and this feels peaceful as well. Okay, just hear me out for a second. It looks like there was just a lot of stuff going on. Okay, now if this is work related, then this was a lot that you just got tired of it. It wasn't fulfilling you. It was actually just kind of bringing you down, right? And I do feel like you have decided to kind of go your own way here. It's giving entrepreneur, again, this dream of yours, it is big. It's a big dream. We have conflict. Navigate conflicts with patience and understanding. They could lead to deeper connections and growth. Now, I don't exactly feel like this conflict is energy, like, you could have some conflicting energy around you, but what I'm getting from this is whatever this is that you're working on, there's something about this that's very healing. It's going to be healing. Not just for yourself, but for others. It says, understand jealousy with introspection and empathy. It reveals desires and opportunities for personal growth. Now, you could have, people in your energy that are jealous. I definitely sense that. But I'm also, there's more coming through with this. It's not just, people around being jealous necessarily. But there's something here that it's like, I don't know, there's some sort of gift here that will make either you, I don't really feel like it's you. Maybe whatever this is that you're doing, it's really going to open up somebody's eyes. And this could be somebody that is jealous of you. I feel like they're going to be able to see this. Maybe see their jealousy, or we'll pull tarot. Okay, let's get one more. I'll take this one. Abundance. Embrace abundance through gratitude and openness. Invite blessings and opportunities into your life. And then patience on the bottom. Whatever this is that you're working on, it does require patience. Okay, intent. Whatever this is that you're working on, it's really going to be abundant. It's going to be financially stable, and you're going to have this sense of freedom here that is what you crave, you know? If you were in a job that, like, say, a 9 to 5 factory type job, you know, it conflicted with your entire existence, your whole existence. It just was not good for your health. All right, and you're breaking free of that cycle. You're breaking free of social norms. You know, and this is going to be very abundant. You know, there's a lot of like money energy here, but it's from a good place. You know, it's not like, you know, cutting corners and doing this. Like, whatever this is you're working on, it's gonna take patience. It's going to take some time here, but I do see that it's going to be life-changing. You know, it's going to allow you the freedom that you desire. You know, and you know, some of this jealousy could be from people that feel stuck at their own job, you know. But nobody's holding anybody anywhere, okay? So, you know, this 3 of Wands here, this plan, this project you're working on, you're putting in a lot of research. You really are trying to bring this together, you know. You're trying to stay like up to date. You're trying to have a good strategy, good plan for this. Yeah, this is an investment. We have the 3 of Cups. Let me get one more. That was 2, but we have the Queen of Swords and then the 8 of Cups, okay? Now, I do feel like this 8 of Cups transitions into this, you know, because you have walked away from something that you spent a lot of time and energy into that really just, I think you got to a point where you're like, this isn't worth it. This isn't worth my peace. This isn't worth my health, you know? Whatever this new thing is that you're working on, there's going to be a lot of celebration come from this. You're standing in this energy of someone that can provide some sort of clarity here, some sort of guidance. And this 8 of Cups is you walking away from what no longer served you. Well, I definitely feel like this was maybe a past job. And whatever this is that you're working on now, it's not only going to be good for you, but it's going to be good for other people as well. Oops. Hang on, let me get that card. Okay. So you could be working on this project alone. You know, I am kind of getting that wanting to do this alone to prevent any kind of conflict between you and somebody else or whatever it may be here. You know, it's like you can do this, okay? You can do this. Now, I do want to say that it will be beneficial for you to reach out at some point and to accept other people's help and opinions and things like that. But I want to say that the energy as of currently and where you're at right now, I agree with you. It is a safer bet to continue to work on this by yourself at the moment, because it still is in planning stages. It's like you're still doing research. You're still getting your thoughts together and planning things down here, you know. So I definitely, like, there's a lot of research here. There's a lot of learning. There's also teaching. And that teaching energy, I feel like, is kind of coming from you. You know, it's like you're trying to use all of the wisdom and all of the things that you have learned and accumulated over time and put these things together and put them to use to build up something that, you know, is good for you and good for others. You know, whatever this project is that you're working on, this is something that I do feel like it's going to be big. I do. I feel like it's going to be big. Maybe bigger than what you anticipate. And maybe some of the conflict could come up with, it's going to require patience. It's going to require time. But whatever this is that you are working on, you have walked away and you have left this conflict, these things that in all reality made you feel like they were holding you back and holding you down and suppressing you in some shape or form. Okay. And it did kind of put you stuck in your head for a minute. You didn't know what to do. You didn't know which way to go. But with this Wheel of Fortune, that's destiny here. Okay. And you've seen something. There was something shown to you. I feel like shown to you by spirit about your health, about what is and what could be, and it's like you were tired of what was. So you're taking a leap of faith is what I'm getting here. You're taking a leap of faith because you are being guided towards this. It's not like you had just a random thought and then you just, like turned your life upside down. No, there is a guidance here. You are being guided. There's, and that guidance, I do feel like is part of the security that you feel within yourself to be able to do this, to be able to break free from this and pursue whatever this dream is. There's people here. There's my voice cracking again. There's people here that seemed uninterested in you. There's people here that just, I don't know, I got a few energies here, I have friends coming out. I have lovers coming out here. And I even have total strangers, okay? And there's people that are and were jealous of you when you were in this negative state. Some of these people don't even know that you're pursuing this new adventure, because you are working on this by yourself. Now, I'm not saying it's a secret or anything like that, but you are protecting it. And for these people that were jealous and treated you some type of way when you were in a place that you really weren't fulfilled or even growing in, they're really going to be jealous when this takes off. They're really going to see how special your presence really is. Let's pull on this abundance. We ain't doing all that. Come on now. We have the Chariot, the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, Seven of Wands. Yeah, look. So you were in a long-term situation. You could have had. I am strongly getting job. So you could have had this job for years and years and years. My voice is annoying me at this point. Okay, so all right. You could have been at this job for a very long time, very established. This job, while it offered one thing, it depleted another. And you really kind of prioritized that from what I'm seeing. And you prioritized yourself, you prioritized your own health. And you're standing on that. You're standing on it, I'm getting that you have been processing, like cleansing your energy of where you were at this other place, okay? And by that energy clearing, and you might not even be doing that intentionally, Spirit could be doing that on your behalf. But with that energy clearing, it's allowing this more pure and this more positive energy to take its place. And I feel like that it's with that energy that this is going to be abundant. You know, there's no way, I feel like Spirit's saying there's no way that this can't be abundant, because this is part of your path. I mean, we have the Wheel of Fortune here, you know, and you made the choice. You did what you were supposed to do. You know, you are on the right track here. And, you know, for these people that were in your life that felt some type of way about you before, they're really going to feel some type of way about you in the future. And that also could be why you are kind of keeping this to yourself, because you could be very aware of the energy that surrounds you. You know, very aware of it. Look, we have justice and judgment right here. You are more than aware of the bullshit that happens around you and the energy that's around you. You're very intuitive. You know, you're very in touch here. So you're moving in a way that feels best for you, that you're most comfortable with. And Spirit's with you this whole time, you know. So right now I feel like you're doing this all alone. But I do see that changing in the future. Not saying that you're going to have a partnership. I'm not necessarily saying that, but I am getting that energy of, you know, networking and reaching out and really just this thing growing. Okay? And whatever this is, it's going to be helpful to other people. It's going to be beneficial to others. So I'm not sure exactly what this new career path is that you're working on, but it's in alignment. 100% it is in alignment. You know, you are on the right path, and I feel like you're doing great. You know, maybe Spirit is just wanting to come through and be like, you know, hey, keep staying strong. You know, things are moving slow. There's a lot of patience that is going to be required with this. A lot of learning as well. But there's something with this that it's like your heart is calling it, you know? So let's pull some final messages. I do want to pull 2 different messages, so maybe I'll pull like 2 of these and 1 other or something. Okay, we have job satisfaction. Oh my god, I cannot believe how bad I just stumbled on that word. Oh, bless me, I need more coffee. Okay. It says, oh wow, okay. You know, identify what you enjoy about your work, seek out tasks that align with your interests, and advocate for changes that improve your experience. That is exactly what you're doing. And you're going to be so satisfied. You really are. Again, you're working on something, not just with your mind, but through the heart space, okay? There's going to be abundance with that. I mean, look at all this money. Then we have innovative thinking. Embrace creativity. Seek new perspectives. Be open to change. And stay ahead in your career. Again, you know, you might be working on this alone at the moment, but you know, Spirit is saying be open to things changing in the future. Not necessarily you working with a partner, but saying like you don't have to do every step of this all by yourself. Okay? Right now it's in the planning stages, the research stages, like, you know, you're really trying to put together the plan and the idea here. And it is going to come together, and it's going to come together so beautifully and so abundantly. And it's not just going to help you spiritually and with your own health, but it's going to help others. Okay, so let's pull 1 more. I'd like to pull an angel card here. Okay. We have unlimited ideas. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas, guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. Okay? I love this. I love this because, I feel like this is just spirit coming through and saying, hey, things might have kind of slowed down a little bit, or you might feel like things aren't progressing as quickly as you would like, but just know that things are unfolding exactly as they are meant to, and that this is a blessing for you and to others. This is part of your path. This is part of your, I'm gonna say, soul purpose here, and you are gonna be doing this through the heart space, and abundance is naturally gonna follow that. Okay, this is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, you are on the road to success in every aspect, not just money, but with stability, with security, creativity. There's this giving back energy here. It's beautiful. So just know that you definitely are on the right path here. Be patient, be intentional with your work, and this can't help but to be strong and stable. It's guided by spirit, it's guided by God. And it's helpful not just to you, but to others. So there's a bigger purpose for all of this, I hope this message helped, and until next time, bye.